Today, I have a Northern Virginia educator today, and we were going to be discussing some education topics. So, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. For the purpose of, just not getting our guests in trouble, we're just using the avatar and we'll refer to her as Northern Virginia Educator or NVE. How's that sound?
Sounds good, thanks.
Okay, all right. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Tell me some of your experiences about teaching people from different backgrounds and cultures. What's that like?
Well, the district that I teach for has really upped their game this year, I think. We have, as educators, taken a ton of diversity trainings, which, like anything, if you take it seriously and you follow through with it, you can get a lot out of it, which I have. We also have created equity leads at all of our schools, which I think is fantastic. And they're kind of in charge of running some of these professional developments, as well as a go-to if I have a question of this, is this appropriate to use in my classroom? Is this culturally appropriate to say in my classroom? And I think that's really good. I also have an advisory class that they started this year, and I think this is a really cool idea because we've got, basically they added an extra class, and these kiddos, it's not a class for a grade. What they do is they come in twice a week for about 45 minutes, and there's about 17 of them, and we discuss everything from bullying to what's going on currently, news-wise, to how they're feeling, what they may need at home technology-wise, things like that. And what I think is really cool is they're starting them out in 9th grade, and these 17 kids are going to be with the same teacher and the same 17 kids all through their high school career taking this one advisory class. And I think that's really going to help create this culture of inclusiveness, I think, honestly, because if you're in a class, just a class that you're getting a grade in, it's a lot different than if you get to actually sit down and voice your opinion and not worry about whether or not the teacher is going to grade you on that opinion. Not that you're supposed to, but yeah, so I think that's really cool. If you're asking about my personal opinion teaching cultures, different cultures, I'm a history teacher. And
Okay,
so,
that's my next question. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to answer that or not. So,
yep, I teach history. I teach World History 1 and I teach AP World. And I think that I am really at an advantage with that because I am able to go through and teach these different religions and these different cultures. And being able to do that, it does spark a lot of really good conversations. I really do push a climate of caring culture in my classroom starting from day one. And so the kids know what is acceptable and what is not to discuss. I do encourage questions as long as they're thoughtful and as long as they are honest questions. And I do get a lot of kids who do ask a lot of questions, and they ask each other a lot of questions, which I think is really cool. I think we're very blessed to live in this area where you have so many kiddos from so many different backgrounds. And so they do get to see a lot of diverse kids in all of their classes, especially in this area.
Okay, so you said that you do a culture, or I guess a sensitivity type of training, prior to this. So is that a little more intense than it was before, with today's climate and everything, when it comes to culture and race relations?
Yeah. So what I thought was really cool. So there are about 600 teachers in my school. So I don't know a lot of them. I might know them from sight, but I don't know them personally. And so one of the trainings we did, which I thought was really cool, was they put us in breakout groups. That's the new buzzword for the year, right? You're in a breakout group, technology-wise. So they, we went to this training and they did a couple of slideshows and they talked about, one of the biggies this year, it's not just race, but it's also sexual identity. And so using pronouns.
Oh, okay, that's a big one.
Yeah, so like my principal has really encouraged us. The first 2 weeks, we're not really supposed to teach anything content-wise.
Okay.
I think this is flat through the county as well. Nothing content-wise. We're really supposed to spend those 2 weeks really trying to get to know our kiddos. And so on our get to know you slides, one of the things he really is pushing for us to put our pronouns on there.
I see. Okay.
Her, and then asking when the kids make whatever they're going to make, whether it's a virtual locker or they're going to do a gallery walk on their Google Slides or whatever it is you're having them create to get to know them, that they put their pronouns on there too. So, but back to the diversity training. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. No. I mean, that's a great dovetail right there.
Breakout groups with people who are of different cultures and different ethnicities, and really gave us prompts to spark these conversations, which sometimes were super uncomfortable. But I think that that's really important for growth. And I really try to push my kiddos to, you're going to be uncomfortable learning these new things, but you're going to grow as a person in the long run. And
right.
I feel like the county really modeled that by making us do it first. And it was a really good, I happened to be in a really good group of 10 educators, and we had a wonderful conversation about what diversity and inclusion looks like in the classroom now versus 20 years ago. And so or even 5 years ago, to be honest with you. But yeah, they're really pushing us to have these conversations. And I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for how other educators feel or what they're doing in other counties, because I don't know. But I think it's wonderful that they're trying to, again, model for us what they want us to do with the kiddos. So I think that's great.